Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Manufactio Nuclear Edition, or Edition, whatever, however you want to say it. Yes, we are still hanging out in our ragtag mess of a starter base, and I think I've finally figured out some of what I want to do, at least as far as how we're going to start working on things. So I've been looking through some of the stuff, and looking through some of the projects, and I'm starting to realize just exactly how much we're going to need to be worried about automating things and building things and doing things once again. And I think it's time we start building out base processes, or at least what we're going to do for base processes. So let's see if I can get this button to function. There was a kind of a reason why I'm glad we ended up right where we did. And that's because for the most part, there's a really long, wide plains right here. So we've got a really wide area to play with. And we've got a lot of stuff over here. Never mind those. I've already been over there, explored them. And then we've got plenty of water in a lot of areas. So I think we're probably going to stay reasonably close to where we are as far as, you know, actually basing and doing all of the fun stuff, because we got a lot of wide open space over here and wide open space over here, and lots. Just the same reason why in Manufactio 1, the original one, I made a code that would allow me to make a pretty much flat world so I don't have to dig a lot. In this, we're not going to necessarily need to dig a lot because it's really not a lot of, well, ups and downs out here. I mean, I hate these things so much. Give me that. Yeah, I figured you'd see me. Welcome. Nope. And then they do that now. All right. Okay, where were we? So we're gonna shouldn't have to worry too much about what we're going to do. And I have a kind of a feeling what we'll probably end up doing is building up a couple of general blocks just so that we can kind of clear some of the resources that are out here, because we'll probably end up using this one eventually because of where it's located, and we're definitely going to want to mine out all of that oil once we get to that point. And for what it's worth, like I said, it's pretty flat right out here, pretty wide, pretty flat. Excuse me, pretty wide, pretty flat, pretty simple, pretty easy, and it'll allow us to kind of just build as we feel like building without having to worry about it. So likely what we're going to do, and I was asking around, it's like saying, what's the sizes and the bases and the things, what's the biggest we can expect to play with? And I had a thought that I was going to do something, and I think I've changed my thought on that idea. But what we're going to try to do, I think, is we're going to try to, as we build various assemblies and things, is we're going to go ahead and kind of go in a long line of whatever we can possibly do. But I'm going to try to build vertically. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I'm going to try to build vertically when I can. So like if we have multiple things that have to action in one area, like maybe we do circuits, instead of running circuits in a line, we run them up. Maybe, I don't know. I know that's going to cause a lot of problem with the radiation, and we'll get there when we get there. But we need to start working on a couple of things, and we need to start dealing with the fact that we're going to have to start making lots and lots and lots and lots of assembly lines and things in order to be able to make a lot of the stuff. So what I want to do today is we're going to work on power. We're going to build the first power plant area that I think we're going to end up needing to mess with, and that's going to happen down over here. I've already got a kind of an area laid out with a bunch of stone bricks and a couple of other little things. We're going to make use of this lake. I've already done a lot of testing today. That's probably because this video is likely going to be late today, because I've spent most of the morning testing things and finding out there are throughput problems in my general idea in my head. So we're going to have to figure things out, but we're going to use this lake right here as our general water source for power. And the reason I'm going to say that is because there's a big gigantic chunk of coal right here. There's a lot of coal around in this area, and for now we're going to end up needing a lot of coal. I think there's another one right there. There's another one right there. So we'll go ahead and line out a miner or two on that. We'll use a couple of belts, and we'll just belt that over there and probably process it like we're doing over here, since we can double the coal with one of those crushers. And then we'll put it into a system and let it burn. So what I want to do is, we did not get last episode before last, I did not get the advanced boiler. So we do want to pick that up, because we're going to play with it, because we're going to need those eventually, which means also we're going to get to play around with the water treatment hydro plant, whatever the heck it's called today. Basically what I want to do is, for the moment now, I want to be able to run at least 2 of these flat out all the time. And this steam boiler thingy, my little hacked up mess, is only really capable of running this thing about half, about right there is about where it's good for. So we need to be able to run this thing as close to flat out as we possibly can. Now, testing today with the current technology that I know we have, I cannot run this flat out, or at least I tried. So we're going to have to fiddle around with it and see what happens, but we do need a little bit of red research, and I guess since we have some red research, let's just go knock out what we've got in here and do a little bit more fun. So first thing, we're going to go ahead and grab that advanced boiler, submit, thank you, done. Those are going to be a while, and we will mess with them eventually. I'm more interested in making some fun stuff. I like making power with steam. I like doing that kind of fun stuff. It's just one of those things I like to do as an individual that does goofy little things like this. So another thing I'm contemplating on here is we're going to start digging into some of this green research, and we're going to start playing around with some of this other stuff that's going to get us an electrolyzer, chemical plant, things, whatever, all that. We'll mess with those in probably an episode or two. Okay, well, I'm going to go put this away now that we have the thing that I did want, which was, I believe, this right there. Cool. So this is going to get us into some of the stuff that we haven't gotten to play with yet, and it's a mod I really haven't messed with at all, aside from just a little bit of stuff, and that's going to be some industrial revolution stuff, I believe, right? These stuff right here, industrial renewal, industrial renewal. So we're going to start playing with some of this stuff in here, which is going to be a steam boiler, which will produce 600 millibuckets of steam per tick, and it takes water at, 100 millibuckets a tick and produces that kind of thing. So we're going to have to kind of get over some of the little tick numbers and start remembering things. We're going to be playing with, I'm going to have to remember that I'm playing ticks instead of seconds or minutes, and we're going to have to work around ticks versus seconds or minutes and things. 600 millibuckets is not enough to keep that thing running capped out, period. I've already tested it, I've already seen it, and we've already had to play around with some of the other stuff to make it work. It's pretty stinking close, but 600 millibuckets is not enough to keep one of those capped out. The other problem that I've seen so far already, and this is a completely different thing, is there's going to be some issues with the current logistics that we have when it comes to moving water around, and we'll get around that using a few things. So let's start by making, I want to do 2 of those, want to run 2 of those as long as we can for right now. So 2 of these. We'll take 2 of those and 2 of those. So we're going to have a lot of crafting to do. Let me do the crafting of the crafting of the crafting, which is we need... Let me get all this stuff together, and I will be back in just a second. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this stuff down and put things in it. All right, let's start crafting on some of this stuff. I've got a whole bunch of junk in my inventory, and I have a whole bunch of parts over here. So that actually needs to go over in this box. I've crafted a advanced mining drill, so we'll be able to see how, well this works. Maybe it'll work better, maybe it won't, and the drill head that needs to go with it, plus a bunch of pumps and some things that we're going to use to take care of some problems. So what we need to do now is we need to craft at least 2 of everything that we need, because it's going to require 2 of everything in order to make everything at this point, because we can't quite get everything going. Now, I'm going to hope I've got this all kind of figured out the way I want to do it. I need 2 hydro plants. I need 2 boilers, which is this thing. God dang it. Where are you? I'm serious. I'm so tired of them. And not because there's a big hole right here either. When I was busy digging that hole over there, I killed 2 or 3 of them over there. They're ridiculous. Come on up. Come say hi. I figured you were right here. Okay, back to crafting. we need to craft a bunch of parts and pieces now that my inventory is full of junk that I don't want. What do we have here? This is a steam turbine that needs to go in this box. This is a hydro plant that needs to go into that box. We need to grab all of this stuff plus probably a little bit more stuff as the way things are going to go because I'm going to have to do things. So 2 steam boilers. We'll put those down in this box and mess with them in just a little bit. I need to craft 2 solid fuel fireboxes. So those are going to be for these steam boilers that we're going to play with. And then I need to craft 2 of, where are they? At turbines. Turbine is going to require 2 of these small steam engine packages, which I have not crafted any parts for. I will be right back. Alrighty, so that should hopefully be enough stuff, right? Are we where we need to go? 1, 2. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. I'm going to put all of this stuff away somewhere where I'll be able to find it later on. So gear, plate, gear, iron can all go back over here. And then we're going to go run over here and start doing some work. I hope. It's getting dark. That's great. That means it's going to be dark over there, and that's going to be fun. I'm going to borrow you for just a second because we're going to need something to jumpstart things with. And it shouldn't take too much to do that. And I think this is a multi-block structure. This is a multi-block structure. We need the steam turbine blueprint, the hydro plant blueprint, which is... We haven't built the hydro plant yet, have we? Dang it. Thought I built that. Hydro plant is going to... Right. Yeah, those were the ones. So circuits, chests, fluid ducts, and... stuff. What did I do with all of those fluid ducts? I think we might have enough on us. And I think... Where did I do with everything? I just put it all back, didn't I? Give me those. Stone. I was like, I knew I had something else I needed to build. Groundwater bore. Hydro plant. Short. Iron plates. Where's some iron? I just crafted, right? Right. I know, we're all over the place. It's a wonderful day. Let's go. I want to get this done so I can start actually building a base. What am I short now? Plates, circuits, stone. Where is it? It's in my inventory. How many plates was it? 12, 58, 12. That should be everything, right? Yes. Okay. I knew I had most of that ready to go. I just didn't do the work. Like always. Who am I paying attention to? It's not me today, apparently. Got a bunch of other stuff going on. Of course, I accidentally crafted a whole bunch of those because the way the project table works and a couple of things. So, all right. Where is that? Give me... Is there anything in here I think I can live without for the minute? I don't need the shovel. Everything should be good in there. Okay. We'll take you, and I hope I have everything I need. Now, we do want one of these. I think it's that one, right? So we need to copy... I need to put these circuits away. We do need to copy a couple of these recipes. We need to copy a couple of them because we're going to need to run them in the things that we're playing with. So we'll do that. That misclick. Wonderful. Do this. We need paper. And I think that should be enough for 2 of those. Thank you. And then I need to copy that one twice, right? Use on this real quick. Yes. And do that again because we're going to be running 2 water treatment plants. Cool. All right, so we got 3 plans. Should be good to go on that part. We can then kind of mess around. I'm going to wait until the sun comes up because it's going to be a pain and it's dark over there. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, let's go do a quick runsies over here and get some of this stuff done. We're going to have a lot of stuff to do in this little bitty short period of time, so this may take a minute or two. I know it's a little bit of crafting, a little bit of funking around in that, but we'll get it over with. We're going to start by building power over here, and I'm going to have a little bit of a kind of a play, and hopefully he doesn't try to eat us while we're over here, but I did leave a few of my tools over here and some building blocks and a bunch of dirt. We're going to have to play with some things. What did I do with the box that should have that in it? All right, cool. I do have 2 of those and 1 of those. I may need to go make 1 more of those. We'll see. I did make a little bit of extra parts and a little bit of extra pieces. So we'll go ahead, I think, first. And I'm going to go grab this. What did we do with it? Where is it? Is it in your inventory? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's right there. Project box, go right there. Let's go plunk this down and see what it's going to do. I'm a little concerned it's probably not going to work the way I think it's going to work because I've never fooled with this mod. Let's go play with it, and I have the generator on us. That should be good enough for the minute. So there should be a big patch of coal over here somewhere. I know I saw it. That's kind of half the reason why we're doing this. There should be a nice big patch with, some iron and whatnot. I'm afraid actually what it's going to end up doing is getting into that, in which case we're going to have to sort that out. But I'm guessing all we do is this. Why is that over there? Give me my pickaxe. Thank you. Well, we're going to turn you around. Oh, nuts. I need a wrench. All right, I got it broken. You break it with a pickaxe. I thought it was a wrench, but since it placed the direction it placed, I want to place it facing so that the output is going to go that direction. And then we'll see what it does. I've never messed with this. It's going to be one of those kinds of things. Supposedly it replaces ores with coal. And if that's the case, that's pretty stinking cool. Can we get a little bit of room here, please? You're kind of in our personal area here. Can you move out of the way? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm supposed to click this with a steel drill. Oh, these are really awesome models. I love these models. They're so cool. I mean, it looks nice. So let's see. I'm guessing the output's going to be right there, and I'm guessing I'm going to have to plumb water over the top of this thing. So where does the power go? Hello? I see water. Right there. So we'll give that a second. I need to go get some pipe so that we can hook up a pump for that. All right, it looks like it's filling up full of power. Again, this is just to kind of see how things work because I have no idea. I've never, ever used this. So, can we just go under that? Yeah, that'll look better, work better. Do that. And then we'll just run out here and... gonna make sure we get plenty far out enough, like say, hopefully Mr. Critter out here doesn't bother us too terribly badly. No. No. That. That. And that. And then we'll just smack one of those right there. And get back up and hook it up so that it says it needs water because it will help to not wear out the drill head, which that seems logical. So we'll do that. There's some water. Coolant water filling up. I do love these models. They're so cool. So oh, no. Seriously, did that take that long? Wow. Stopped. Surface mine. That would be nice to know. Okay, so go. All right, cool. Now we have a mess. Wonderful. Shut it off. Cool, 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 cool. All right, I'm going to run some belting back over here, and then we'll sort that mess out. Raw turple, whatever kind of fish that is. Okay, so we got it belted all the way back over to here, and once again, the sun's about to go down. I love this game so much. Let's see what we can do here. We got a couple of things that took quite a few belts. We're testing a couple of things right now. For one, I am going to totally assume that I'm going to have chunk load that and all of the belt line that's going to come over here, and this is going to be one of those things eventually we'll probably replace it with, well, a minecart, maybe. I don't know. When do we get rails? Rails are, we could go do that right now. Actually, I probably should go do that right now. Whatever. I'll fool with that right now. We'll see how it works. I need to get some power going. So let's start with the first problem, which is going to be getting the, I think we're going to start with the hydro plants. I think we'll build them back in the back here, and then I think we'll move on from there. So craft those into 2 chests full of stuff. Where are you? Boop and boop. And then we need the hydro plant. Where's the box? Steam turbine, hydro plant. These should all go really quick. Like I say, it's one of the one thing I'm thank you very much for the ability to build everything this direction. So no, turn it so that we can kind of play with it. Because of the fact that we can kind of just do this, you know, you can kind of just toss machines down how you think you need to toss machines down. So I do think we're going to put it about right. That's not where I wanted it. I want it right there. There. Why are you moving over? Why are you moving over? I want you right. That's fine. Whatever. And that'll give us a little bit of room behind. We'll probably end up building a nice little building on this area. And I guess since we're here, we can go ahead and torch the place up. And I'm going to have to go make some friends along the way here fairly soon. We'll have to do a little bit more work so we can get a few more torches because it's going to get dark and we're playing in the dark all the time. That's not what I like to do. So, all right, we got those. We got that. We can put that down. Let's go get the other one down. And then I think I just need to do this, that, and then again, load it. And let's see if we can get them kind of the same spot. I wonder if it doesn't like overlapping. So yeah, it has to be. Okay, well, that's just going to be how this is going to end up being, to the point that I may end up tearing these things apart and rebuilding them by hand because of the size of the thing that it's in. Hey, the coal made it over here. That's really cool. I'm glad to see that works. The drill shuts off once it backstuffs this pipe, or the pipe. Once it backstuffs this this conveyor belt, the drill shuts off. That is something that is very cool and very handy. So we will be building another crusher. We'll build a crusher or just grinder right here, and then plug the grinder into that conveyor belt so it can continuously make doubled up coal for us right now. But I think we're going to worry about that in a little bit. Let's see. Water. First thing I'm going to do is remove both of these. Don't care. Don't want. Both of these are going to get removed. And I need an axe to do this. Thank you. And thank you. We don't need you. And you guys are screwed up. We'll fix you in a second. Get us a couple. Cool. Nice. Wonderful. Awesome. Go. Great. Okay, let's get the turbines down, or I should say the boilers down. Where did I put them? Do this. Just get excess garbage in chests so you have room to do things. All right, boilers are just a block that stick down, however, and I think we're going to do like that, maybe? Yes, I think that will work fine. And I think that'll work fine. And then we're going to connect. I'm telling you. That's fine. We got it. We're okay. Then we need to put 2 fireboxes on, so we'll do a You know what? Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter which direction they face, huh? So we'll put a firebox on it and a firebox on it, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to get the processed coal into here when we get to that point. But I think this is going to be one of the few times I think we'll probably use the belts, because I think belts are going to be functional for what we're going to want to do. It just depends on how well they're going to want to work with what we have. So we'll do something probably like that. And for now, I'm just going to feed it off of that line. So again, in order to get it to back stuff, I do not want to use this. I do want to use something other than that. We will just grab a piece of cobblestone. It's perfectly fine. That'll do. That'll keep it. That'll allow it to back stuff. And then what we can do is run this down the line right here. I think I have enough belts, hopefully. They are a little bit finicky. I mean, they are just a slight amount of finicky. They do place a little bit easier than the IE belts do because they're tall, but they're kind of finicky. So let's see if this will do what I want it to do here. Yes. And then I should just be able to do this. It's going to spit a little bit of coal out on the ground, and then that'll drop down and do that. And we should have a couple of inserters. Hopefully the inserters will do what we want them to do. Where is my box of tools? I have 1 hole inserter. You've got to have more than 1 hole inserter, right? I'm guessing if I do that and I say grab items in world, are you going to get it? Where did I put that dispenser I just had? There's a dispenser. Go. Did that put anything in it? No. I probably have to do a dispenser there as well, don't I? No? All right, well, let's try a hopper. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess while we wait on the fuel to get over here, we do have a little bit we can play with. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just going to have to do something a little bit along that line. That's okay. We'll play with it. Let's go slap down the steam turbine here so we can figure out. Keep looking in the wrong box. Let's get our steam turbines down. And then we can do a little bit more stuff. That actually should work, right? Hydro plant. What did I do with them all? I brought them along. I know I did. Don't need you anymore. Steam turbine. Lock in. I want it, I think, about like that. Bang. And then can I do that again? No, I wondered if that wasn't going to be the case. Shoot. We may have a problem. Let me do that. Put it back down. And then do that. Yep. Quit. There we go. I got to remember to left click, right click, left. No, don't. Rotate. One of these years, I'll remember how to work this mod. One of these years, I will remember how to work the mod. There, pretty much in line. Everybody straight, kind of. Good enough. All right, let's go get our blueprints. Tick, tick. And break us a block. There's the turbine. And there is the turbine. Now, we need to get our fluid handling materials hooked up. So, okay, it looks like it brought us some more coal. Good deal. Go ahead and knock these out real quick. And then what we need to do is we need to run a little bit of water into these fellers, and then we're going to have to get it all hooked up and powered and ready to go. So we'll have to go grab that generator, and I'm going to have to run power lines between here and there as well, which we'll do probably off camera. I just wanted to kind of get this built for a minute so we could kind of figure out how it's going to work. So there's going to be some fun stuff that has to happen here, and we're going to have to use the things that are existing right here. Let's see. What did I do with those things? Where are they? Well, there's 8 of them right there and 2 portable tanks, 3 or 4 portable tanks. There's going to be a problem. And the problem already that I've found is that I'm going to have to, or at least figure out at this point, I've already played with, we're going to have to do something a little bit differenter than I figured I was going to have to be doing. And that's going to be, I'm going to have to use a buffer system back here until I can get better pipes in order to be able to cap these suckers out and run them at the speed I want to run them at. So we're going to do something about like that. Now, I'm just going to hook this one up for today since this is what we're going to need. In order to get the fluids out of this, we have to put valves on the face of these. Can I get that to rotate and come back, please? Okay. That's kind of the way we need to get them to work. And then we're going to take a singular tank right here. And that tank is going to be a tank that we're going to use to be able to sort fluids out of the bottom input, because the bottom input is going to be a waste product that we don't want. So that input is going to get directed to a central area over here. And the only reason why I'm doing that right now is so that I can sort this out. We're not going to be messing with the waste product that's going to be coming out of this thing right now because I don't have the want, need, nor care to deal with it right now. We are going to have to eventually mess with it, but we're going to worry about that later on. So one of the things that's right here that probably is not obvious is if you look into this deal here, in a hydro plant, if you put the RO3 plan in the hydro plant, you're going to get 750 millibuckets of water is going to make 500 millibuckets of purified water and 10 millibuckets of saline water. Let's get some water in this. Let's block off the ground. Okay, good deal. Make more. There's such a small hitbox. Come on. All right, that should be clear enough for the first one, so we'll put a pump right there. I knew I was going to have to deal with you. I knew it. Where is my gun? Get out of here, dude. Wow. Goodbye. Thank you. Can I get out from underneath my pipe so I can finish doing this project so I can do the things and the stuff? All right. So that'll be one pump. Where is... I really wish you could pick block ducts, but you can't for whatever reason. And then what we're going to do is, because these things can hit in an 8 air, was it a 4 to whatever side deal here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm going to put the other one 9 out. So it'll go underneath this one like that. And then if I'm lucky, I can just do that. And then I'll have to do something with that pipeline. I may end up being able to use all 4 of them on here. I mean, it just depends on the throughput. It's thermal's a little funny when it comes to doing things. And like I said, I was having issues maintaining a decent amount of throughput using just a single connection from this onto that. But for whatever reason, if I hook it into a tank and then do that with it, it'll work fine. And now we have another friend to play with. Let me see. Where is my thing? Goodbye. All right. So we should have at least a little bit of stuff to play with. So we got a little bit of coal in there. We got a little bit of stuff in there. Let me go grab our power for a second. and then we'll come back and get this whole thing rolling, and we can run some power lines and get all this other kind of fun stuff going. It's not even funny. Okay, I'm not dealing with it. I'm sitting here trying to build. I can't get it done for the stinking banshees. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's totally unnecessary mob. Wow. All right. Clean out your inventory of the crap you don't need for right now. We'll have to clean a bunch of this stuff up later. We're going to need this to jumpstart some power so that we can do a little bit of stuff. So let's figure on wiring in a little bit of some other things. Now, there's another deal that we're going to have a problem with here with the power, and I know this is probably going to be one of those not really common sense kind of things, but this thing is good for 1200 RF per tick, whatever it is, 1200 RF per tick. These things are good for 200, I believe, 250, wherever my book is, which means I have to do something kind of janky to get the full 1200 out of this if I'm going to use this to carry that over to there, which means we're going to have to do the old trick of multiple connections on one thing in order to be able to get it to work. And then when we get over there to turn that thing on, we're going to have to do the same thing. Well, actually, the thing only needs 175, whatever it is. So 1200 divided by 200 and what was it? Let's see. 1200 divided by 256 means 4.5. So what we'll do for now is we'll put 4 connectors on this thing so that I know that I don't need to be doing any more than 4 connectors. And I believe this stuff is good for 1000 RF a tick, so even then we won't be able to get the full amount out of it. But we'll do that for now, and then we'll play around. And once we get a little bit better stuff, we'll be all right. So I think what I want to do, each one of these power pole systems, we're going to do this in a kind of a fashion kind of like this. So we'll put that down, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think my fancy purple pipes, purple poles, purple, pink, whatever, red, copper, however that works. And then we'll hook this up to there, that up to there, that up to there, and that up to there. And then we need to run a line around. When we get done, there's going to be a building kind of probably over all of this stuff once I reorganize and rearrange it. I didn't realize the capsules were not going to allow me to place these any closer than that. So we will be ripping that one apart and moving it over, or I'll be ripping this one apart, moving it over, one of the two, so that we can kind of squish this together, because we're going to be doing power right here for a while, especially once we get the bigger turbines. We're going to be doing power right here for a while. I want to make sure that power is in a spot where I don't have to worry about it. It's just going to run and do whatever, and we'll worry about whether or not we run out of coal when the time comes. So probably in between episodes, I'll build a little grinder over there, and it can work on grinding all the stuff up. So we need to get power over to here and then down to the actual miners. So where did I put that? Extendable pole. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, just because I like them that nice and tall. And then we'll do a Lovi wire right there. And I'm assuming, how much RF a tick is this thing gonna need? 1 second. Hydro plant. 155. 155. Okay, so we're good with a low voltage connection. Beautiful. Cool. Doot, doot, doot. Up to there. Can I still climb these? Yes. Lovely. All right. Awesome. And then we do that. We do this. And then we'll run that kind of along that power line. And I think we'll run another one of these up here real quick, just for nowsies. Again, building, all that kind of stuff. All the normal stuff that we do as far as making things pretty, we're going to do with this playthrough. I'm just trying to get some power going so we can start looking at building factory floors and, you know, getting things up and running so we can actually do a little bit of work. So connector, come on. There we go. And insulated wire to there, insulated wire to there, and then, oh, you would. Where is it out? Right there. Lovely. All right. And then one of these on top of there. Boop. 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 Wow. You think I'd never done this before. Holy cow. Try that. Take that over. Do there. One to there. Somehow I made that even taller, but that's all right. We'll just do that and that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing and stick it right here in the corner of that one and fill it full of coal and let it charge the system up. So I may have to come up with a reason for why this doesn't work. I think we're going to move that forward and then just put a belt into that so that it does what it needs to do. Can I have some of this coal, please? That'd be great. Wonderful. Can I... Where is my axe? We need to put some in our little friend over there. So I'm going to break that. We're going to put this right there, I think. And then 1, 2 with a dispenser. And I would assume this should work. I just don't know why it isn't. Unless we just ran out of stuff last time. Okay, so it does work. That's what I was expecting to see. All right, toss for a stack of this in here. And we're going to have to wait on it to juice up. So maybe actually, no, we won't do this. We will push this over here. And we will do this. And we will come back when it's ready to put this down. So I'm going to run power that direction. And we're going to wait on that to warm up. Oh, right. I got to do that too. Hang on. No. Item router. Do that. Okay. I need to do a chest because it's going to pick up extra crap we don't want it to pick up. So give me that chest for right now. That'll work. I guess while we're waiting on things to charge up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's do this. And that'll be something we can shove in the box to do like later on as far as grinding resources up and things. So that is the red side. Let me see. I don't think I can do anything other than I need to go this side. What is this side? Yellow. Yellow is allowed to be coal only. And then we can put a dispenser on this side. And that should work. Wow. What did you do? All right. Now I'm going to go run power. Well, I took too long. It juiced itself up and did a bunch of stuff. But if we're lucky, we have the water where we need to go. We have the water where we need to go. We should have a firebox. It's nice and hot, which is as hot as it needs to be. And we have lots of coal chilling out in the firebox, which means we should be able to now make a little teeny tiny bit of power. And actually, I think I will do, well, I can't do that because I don't have any snippers. So all I should have to do to jumpstart this thing is plunk one of these down. And you'll make a little bit of water. Good deal. All right, cool. That's going to go out to be the excess. That should be saline water, and that's going to be regular water that's going to go in here to become steam. To turn on a steam turbine. that should be getting, once it gets hot and warmed up, it should be about 600 millibuckets of steam, which is just about enough to run this thing capped out. So what it's going to do is it's going to charge its buffers up, which should now mean it's going to be able to get this nice and charged up. So I can take this out of the way, I believe. Yes. Nice. Cool. So we're going to deal with this in a very special fashion, and we're going to deal with it in a very simple fashion in the next episode. For right now, what I'm going to do is just kind of stick it in a tank and probably do a couple of other things, but we're going to have to deal with that once we get a couple of other things going. This has been plenty long. I think the only thing I'm going to go do right now is run down here and make sure our miner is running. So let's run down here and make sure we've got coal coming down the line. Not yet. Ah, there it is. Okay, miner's on, miner's running. Good deal. So we have to make do with the, oh, those are the pumps. I was like, what the heck is hanging out there now? What animal is trying to murder us? We'll deal with the saline water in the next episode. I'm going to have to do a little bit more fooling around. For right now, I've got a couple of buffer tanks I can use to kind of hang on to stuff, because it's going to be gotten rid of fairly simply, and then we're going to start, man, my inventory. Holy, can I have that? We'll plug you right here. You can do that, and I'm going to do this. Nope, this, and then we'll deal with this in a later episode. For right now, since this has taken me all day to do because I spent a good amount of time playing around in a test world, the reason why I'm saying all this is because I had all kinds of heck in a test world trying to get this to function with enough of this right here with one single connection. And this is part of the reason why I built that boiler the way that I did, so that I could get to all of the sides that exist with the, with the ability. These fluid ducts can only really transfer. See, look how it's having a hard time catching up. But as soon as I put another connection on there, it's fine. So in reality, it's a throughput issue with the fluid ducts or a design flaw with this thing. But, I'm not the pack creator. He can do whatever he wants to do. So for now, guys, I think we're going to call it. I'm going to do a lot more fine tuning. It's been one of those days where I was trying to get some work done and everything was fighting me. And I think if nothing else, I'm going to probably take a break and come back and tear this apart and start over. But we have a small amount of power that I can then convert into the other one and get a few things working. And hello, Discord, ding, ding. I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully we'll be in a little bit better shape. So thanks for watching. Bye.